Hi, my name is Aaron Bradley.
My name is Jasmine Botello.
And I'm Rebecca Niles.
Our project has a motion sensor underneath the floorboard. We have a portable case that you can attach to a wall or you can hand hold it. We have OLED that has text that lets you know if it's moisture or not. There's a check if there is moisture and an X if there isn't moisture, shown on the LEDs.
Okay, so about a month ago, we had an accident in class, and a student turned on our emergency shower and didn't know how to turn it off. And by the time we had it turned off, there was water all over the floor. And after our teacher finished drying it up, she was talking to us about how if water got under the floorboards, we wouldn't know, and they would have to tear up the floorboards just to see, and it's very pricey and it makes the classroom unavailable. So we made a moisture detector that goes under the floorboards and detects if there's water or not. So then we know instead of just having to tear it up even if there isn't water.
Alright, so for our design process, this wasn't the first thing we had thought of. The original design was to have our moisture sensor and a red and a green light. The red light will flash if the moisture sensor detected water, and the green light will flash if the moisture sensor didn't detect water. But we couldn't exactly figure out how to code that correctly, so what we did was we found a different code online and we tweaked that to fit our model. So now we have an OLED and a motion sensor, the only two outputs. So what happens is water is detected on a motion sensor. You press the A button and there's moisture on your sensor. There will be an X that will be shown on the LEDs, and on the OLED there will be text saying that there is moisture on your floor and that you need to dry it. So you go ahead and you dry it and you place this back under your floor and you press the A button again. If you got it all up, a check will show on your LED, and on your OLED it will show that your floor is dry, and you can go ahead and go about your day. Alright, so now let's talk about this case. So originally we was going to 3D print this case, but then our 3D printer wasn't working because there's something going on with it. So we had to cut it out of cardboard. So what we did was we cut out pieces of the cardboard so that we can put the OLED and the wire that's connected to our moisture sensor into the motherboard, which is inside of the case. So originally the case would be covered up, but in this case we want to remove the motherboard and still have the case fully intact, so we didn't put it on top. So then we have the microbit connected to the motherboard, which shows the X or the check, whether or not there's moisture or if it's dry. And we have the battery pack taped onto the back of our box in a way to where the wire isn't poking out, but it's still connected to the microbit. And when it dies, you can take this off, put in new batteries, and at the same time still have the battery pack still connected to the case. And to reset your whole code, what you do is you turn the battery pack off by sliding the button and turn it back on, and that will reset your code. Okay, so for my demonstration, since I'm the only one left here, I will be using these pipettes as my shower. They are filled with water, and what I would do is I would squeeze the pipettes to show shower going on and to show water going onto our floor. And then what I would do is I would put this moisture sensor underneath the towels to show you that it does work. And then I will clean this up, put down new paper towels, and show you that it can and will tell the difference between the wet surface and the dry surface. So here we go. Hi. So normally, okay, so with this, yes, you can see that it's wet, but if it was a real floor in a real shower, you won't be able to see it. It will sink underneath. So now what I would do is I've cleaned it up as much as I saw, but I'm not sure that if there's any more water underneath. So what I would do is I would grab my moisture sensor, I will turn it on, I will place the moisture sensor underneath the floor, okay, underneath all of the flooring and stuff, like how I am now, underneath the flooring, and then I will press my A button. Press my A button. And as you see, when I press my A button, there's an X on the LED, and on the O LED, you can't really see it, but that says dry your floor. So now, I will take this, clean it all up, and my floor will be dry. Okay, so now my floor is dry, and I take my moisture sensor. Now, since this is on, if I wanted to, I could reset it. How I reset it is I turn it on, off, and back on. I couldn't really code it to where it would reset by itself. So then I put my moisture sensor back underneath the floor. Okay. And then I press the A button again. Now, as you can see here, oh my god, as you see here, that is a check, and you can't really see here, but that says your floor is dry, as the code told it would be. So, this is how you will know that your floor is dry. Now, you will know if your floor wasn't dry if another X pop up and it says dry your floor.